What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. How are you all doing? I hope you guys had a good little break. I had to take a little break myself just to kind of get things together. I got some new studio stuff, was trying to, liven things up. Let me know what you guys think of the quality. Do you notice a difference? I'm going to try to see if I notice a difference. But like I said, guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to the Monday Recap. What's good? Get in with the intro. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. If this is the first time you guys are watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 6 p.m. West Coast time when this goes live here on YouTube in Premiere. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's good? Right off the bat, you guys might notice I got a new icon in the YouTube world. Let me know what you guys think of that, the white HV for HondaVlogs. Be honest. Some people really like the OG one. I'm starting to really miss the OG one, so I might go back with a little different flavor. But I didn't want to stand out, and I was at my computer, doing my thing, trying to be like, well, can I do something different? Can something be better? Can I make this a little better? So that's what we're doing, we're trying it out. But let me know, give me your honest feedback. Do you like this one? Do you like the old one? I'm kind of really starting to like the retro look, you know what I mean? I liked the pink and teal and the neon color, so I don't know, I might have just talked myself back out of that. But like I said, guys, how you all doing? I hope you guys have been hanging out, having fun, being safe, chilling out at home. The weather has now turned for the worst here in California. It is raining. I know a lot of you guys have way worse weather than me right here, so I'm just complaining. My bad, but I'm still gonna complain right here. What's up, guys? Right off the bat, I wanted to say head over to HondaVlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a hoodie, a shirt, a sticker, anything you guys want to support the channel. It really, really does help me keep this thing going and keep things kind of rolling. I created a new logo like I was just talking about. I threw it on a shirt. I got other logos that you could buy as well. You can put those on a shirt if you really want. I have a bunch of stuff up there. Really appreciate it. Self-promotion, I know, but you gotta do it, because if you don't, no one's gonna do it for you. So HondaVlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up whatever you guys want. I really appreciate everybody who has already. Yeah, guys, so, it's been a couple weeks. I got a cool little item I was trying to record to see if I can really push the quality up right here in the recap. So I don't know if you guys see a difference here, but I picked up a monitor recorder trying to shoot straight to SSD, trying to get that ProRes RAW quality. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyways, guys, how are you all doing? I know I've asked like 4 times already, but I really want to know. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys have been. I wanted to go over kind of what we talked about last week, which is, what do you think about the Integra? Do you think it might be coming back? Let's go over that right now. Automotive anatomy. I see the FK8 going all-wheel drive before any regular Civic trim goes all-wheel drive. Good point. I did buy wheels for the Accord, that's true. I do remember that. I needed to buy wheels since the last time I purchased them was 3 years ago. I do not care about Integras because they all look like cookie cutter. Plus, if it does come out, it would probably be automatic, and that would be a no for me. Lastly, yes, do live streams during the week, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, also, let me know, what do you guys think of going live a lot more? Let me know. Some people commented, some people didn't, but that is something that I've been considering doing, and I think that would be really fun. Following that, we got, I also asked, what did you guys get for Black Friday? So I'm just going to kind of go over some of the comments from last week. We got Johnny GT17, picked up some Speed Factory 4-bar map sensor, Moroso oil pan, 1320 AC compatible turbo manifold, and 1320 intercooler. Shout out to you, dude, for my EK Coupe. Gonna turbo the B20V until I build a sleeved B18 bottom end. Solid. I mean, that's a solid pickup, dude. Dude. Hell yeah. Boost. That's the way to be. Mario Avalos. I think a new Integra would be nice, but definitely with the 2.0T. From the Accord CCR over the 1.5T. May have an Integra Type R added to the lineup with the Honda factory upgraded K20C. Pushing 350-ish. That can be shared to the next gen CTR and put the 1.5 in a normal trims. I like the way you think. Also, I'd prefer if you stayed front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is cool for drag racing and snow driving, but for just added weight, which the Civic and Integra don't need, since they are known for being fun for their lightness, may be easy to throw around turns. Man, I liked everything you said, and I agree. I agree completely, wholeheartedly with everything you said. We got Germs. Great recap, Christian. Can't wait for the Del Sol and the EF content. Me too. Me too. And I got all the stuff that I have is still coming. It's still on order. So like, as soon as that happens, man, I can start pushing forward on finishing the EF, man. And oh man, I could do a whole recap on just my vision of the EF. I waited for a sale on ground control suspension and HRG engineering and Garage 16 to finish off both of my cars. Suspension, Garage 16. I never hear about them, dude. It's also because like I'm here in the States. I'm pretty sure Garage 16's in Canada. I think. Could be way wrong. Could be way wrong. I'm not much into newer Hondas. I like the older models and much better, to each their own. All right, I agree there. I agree there. We got Traxol. Went broke building the EK daily, so was able to buy a 4-piston hat and beanie to enter the giveaway. That's true. That's true. Hey, man, let me know about that 4K. Let me know about that EK daily you're trying to build. That's something that I really want to do, too. I feel like an EK hatch is just a really nice daily, you know? The EG is really fun for speed and racing, and as a daily would be great, too. But, like, I've always wanted to even put, like, a base K28.3 in an EK, even with the 5-speed. If I can get a 6-speed, that'd be great too. But like, I feel like that would be a supreme daily. You know what I mean? Moderately tuned, and not even tuned hard. Just NA. It would have so much power in that little EK that it would kind of scoot. But as a daily, get in, turnkey, drive it wherever you need to do, SoCal trips, like go up north, whatever you wanted to do. I feel like that would be legit. It's big enough that it feels good when you drive. I don't know, I think that's the move. I think that's the move, dude. Mad Hatter Garage. New laptop for video editing. I've been doing all my editing with a laptop with no graphics card and an old AF. Taking forever to make videos on Black Friday sales. I couldn't pass it up. Smooth deal. Good job. I know a lot of people building PCs right now, specifically for video editing, but just remember, spend money on the processor. Rendering is all processor. Whatever you see on the screen, buffering, moving the timeline, that is GPU. Rendering, though, CPU. So spend money on a good processor. If you're doing content creation, I'm Team Red, man. AMD all day. But, you know, gaming, Intel still kind of wins. But we're getting to the point now. Ryzen 5000 series, you know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. We've got Mad Doctor Garage. Sup, Christian? How was your Thanksgiving? It was great. Has it been that long? My bad. Anyways, hope all is good. Not much this way as Black Friday purchase wise. I didn't get to get any online deals, but I did pick up a 99 CRV, pretty mint, possibly semi-stance build swap, hard to pass up. Awesome recap as always. Monday fun day. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. I love it. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the people who are constantly hitting me up and loving the fact that this is still going on. I still love that this is going on. I have a couple other things I kind of want to throw out there and that I will be doing. Obviously, the podcast, I've been saying this for a really long time, but I think I'm really going to start to do that because as things start to get crazier and builds and I want to create more content, I actually started creating a vlog for the Del Sol, and then I kind of realized that I haven't made one in a while, so like it got kind of weird, but during the week I get kind of busy with work, so what I think I really want to do is bring the podcast back because I have the ability to, you know, hit up some people, have some conversations, and I think that would be good filler talk and just being able to have people who are driving a lot and not having anything to do, gaming and stuff. You guys kind of get any insight into other people's brains, you know, and I like having cool conversations with people. The other thing I really want to do is start doing a podcast with just myself, but that might be a different channel. Won't really bring that in because that's not really like Honda related for the most part, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of stuff that goes on up here, and it would be a good place to kind of sit down and talk and kind of get through those things and funny stories about myself and things that I've done in my life. I watch a lot of comedians, you know, and each one of them has their own podcast, and I will listen to a lot of them, and it kind of makes me feel like, man, this is a good way to like get out all the craziness that's in your head, but you know, it doesn't really follow with this podcast. But anyways, guys, moving on. I think if they brought the Integra back, that would be super legit. I'd really hope that they do it in a more respectful way, and like a lot of you guys said, it would be really heavy, and if it is really heavy, we need a lot more power, so we all got to know that cars are just getting heavier. They're not going to get any lighter anytime soon or ever. Safety regulations, yada, yada, yada. So there is that happy medium of this is just going to be a super heavy car, and if it is, we need the power. So, you know, Give us that 2-liter turbo. We all know it can make some power. You know what I'm saying? Let's move it that direction. All right, guys, I want to talk about something that I actually sent to my buddy DJ last night, and that was a listing of the top best and worst Hondas you could buy. Civics, mind you, because that class is pretty broad. And it was interesting. So it started at 10 and it went all the way to 1. 10, this is really a weird order. 10 was like the best car and 1 was like the #1 worst car Honda ever made or Civic ever made. So 10 would be like the least worst. I don't know. It was dumb. And at the very top, we had the EG Civic, which to them was like the best Civic that was ever made, which I completely agree with. It was actually a legitimate car. After that, EM1, very great car. The 96, the EK, you know what I'm saying? Everything started getting good right there. And I really started wondering to myself, well, who is writing these articles? Well, I totally agreed there. The EF was not listed at all. Although, they did mention that the 8th gen Civic was like the top 3 of the worst cars they ever made. And I don't really understand why. I don't understand. How could you say the 8th gen Civic, even at its worst trim level, how was that a bad car? It's really amazing to me because it had one of the best motors in the SI, and then kind of like, all right, maybe not the best motors in like, you know, an LX, but it's still an 8th gen. It's still legitimately great. Now, I realized that the #1 worst car was the 2016 10th gen Civic. Now, I have a 2017 one. Well, Allison does. But, you know, I was like, it's a great car for what it is. Out of the box, you're driving it all around, right? But apparently the 2016s had a bunch of AC problems, Bluetooth problems. The screen started getting a little weird. The wrist pins on the engine would go out, which is not great, Honda. But then I started to realize that, how are you coming up with this list, right? How are you coming up with this list? And this is what I started to realize. This list was legitimately created and an article was written off other websites that were basically aggregating all the complaints for all the different cars. And this guy just basically made a, review of cars off the most complaints gotten off a car. And personally, that's a dumb way to make a list. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to complain. Doesn't mean it's a bad car. There's just a couple bad apples out there, right? I feel like there's a lack of written articles out there right now. Like, ever since the forums went down, ever since the internet kind of changed, we lost the ability for people to write articles that were like meaningful, like when magazines went away. You know what I mean? Import Tuner, Honda Tech, Super Street. When all of these magazines went away, it's really hard to find like articles to read, where you have enthusiasts writing articles that kind of like break things down, but without these weird like abilities to just anybody that can create an article, right? It was really interesting to me, right? A couple months back, someone sent me a link and it was an old Del Sol video on Honda Tech. Someone made a thread about it and I was like, this is weird. What the hell? How did this happen? And I go and I read the article, and someone basically wrote like 3 or 4 paragraphs that basically encapsulized the video of like me making it work and driving it. And I was like, well, that's really cool. And then I realized that like, it was just a random person. It was a random person that found my video that made an article, and Honda Tech like posted it as like a written article. Like they went through the editorial process and they were an author and got posted on Honda Tech. And while I'm appreciative of that, obviously, because like, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You know, I got an article in Honda Tech. That's sick, right? But then I started realizing like, hey, can anyone just do this? Why aren't we doing this? You know, like, why don't we have like a place where people can write articles and things like that? Digital magazines. I know they exist, but I feel like they're just really, really far and far between. You know, and obviously Joey, Sticky Jojo, the Chronicles, he still has his, and that is very important because I think that was one of the last ones that if we lose that, then, man, the written word's just going to go away. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're on Twitter and we only have like 100 characters. Instagram gives you more than that, but that's no way to read. That's no way to, like, create an article. You know what I'm saying? The art of reading a magazine and curating that and this piece of wording that is just going to last for a really long time doesn't exist anymore. And that's what really kind of pissed me off when I read this article last night, because I'm just like, dude, you had me at the EG being the best. And then the closer you went down, as soon as I read that like the 8th gen Civic was like not a great one because of X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, no, you obviously don't know what you're talking about. I have to figure out where your angle is. And your angle is you just figured out what cars had the worst and most complaints, or the least and most complaints, and that's how you got an article, and I just somehow clicked it because you put an EG as the image. I got clickbaited. I get it, but where are you guys getting your articles? Are you still online watching things? You know, are you reading magazines online? Are you guys getting editorials? Like, where does that exist right now for you on the internet? Does that exist? I know YouTube is a big platform for it, but that's video. It's not really print, you know what I mean? And I kind of mentioned a couple recaps back that I would love to maybe have that ability on the Hondavlogs website if people wanted to write articles about people's cars or events and things like that, take some pictures, write some stuff, and we host it on a way and making it a community base so that people can start writing articles again. I feel like that would be a very, very large thing. And shout out to Extreme Daily Drivers. I believe he actually had an idea and he was actually working towards creating something like that in the past. Or not in the past, but he wanted to do that in the future, you know? And then TMR Racing was an old magazine in like probably the early 90s. That was one of the fairly early ones too, you know? I think they were really small and they basically went out at meets and that's how you ended up getting them and stuff. But the art of reading and writing a magazine article is gone because I'm not going to say print is dead, but the fact that these magazines no longer exist and things could move online. Being online basically means that anybody can write anything and then you just kind of read it, you know? Like, this isn't the news, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need enthusiasts to write these articles so that we can kind of feel some sort of connection to what we're reading and what we're seeing. So I guess my question to you, and I'm completely off topic, but at the same time, I'm really curious now, where do you go to actually read about cars? Where do you go? Like, obviously there's Car and Driver and there's things like that, right? But like, where do you go to learn about cars outside of YouTube? Is there a place that you go to read articles, to learn more about specific cars? And I want to give another shout out right now. Shout out to Fry. He's also, I believe he's in Nevada too, but shout out to Fry, man. He's in a lot of our videos, leaving comments and giving views and thumbs ups and stuff. So really shout out to Fry. Sorry, I'm straight up and talking to you, bro. I haven't responded, but I do click and I read all the articles and I don't know why I don't respond, but it's always because like I'm sitting in a car and I'm like, oh shit, this is tight. And I'm reading it and I'm reading it and then I completely lose track of time. But I get at least 1 or 2 articles from Fry on Instagram of really cool stuff. And maybe I'll do a complete recap on some of the articles that you sent me. But I really appreciate that because it really brought this on too, of like, where are you guys getting your information that is automotive based? And do you feel like they're a bunch of fluff pieces, or do you feel like they're actual automotive people who are writing things down? Like if Donut Media wrote articles online, that kind of level of enthusiast article writing. Where are you guys getting those online? I'm really curious. Throw them down in the comments right now because I want to go out and find some better editorials. All right, guys, lastly, not least, I wanted to say that, you know, my bad. These are getting a little talky. These are getting really long, but I'm sorry, not sorry, because I kind of enjoy doing this, communicating with you guys, talking to you guys, kind of talking about, you know, what's been going on in the community and me and things like that. But I do want to get back to doing recaps as the OG style, going over different channels. I have been watching, still have been consuming, and I still want to create more. So next week and in the following weeks, I hope to get more videos out. And on top of that, be able to go over a lot of the channels because I know a lot of you are still uploading. There's a bunch of you guys out there that are still creating content and you deserve more views for the content that you're putting out and all the effort that you guys are also giving to the community. So I appreciate you guys and I don't want you to feel like, you know, you're not getting the support you deserve. I personally created this channel to give more exposure to smaller channels and bigger channels, but to build a community to actually talk to. And so I've been talking to that community a lot more lately, and it kind of, you know, it fills that gap of like not going out to meets and not going out and meeting other people because things are crazy right now. So this is our time, our Monday night. So please share this video, tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your mama, whoever you need to tell. Subscribe to the channel, Hondavlogs. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night, 6 p.m. when this airs. Let's build this community up. I'm really excited. This is our one time, my one time to sit down, hang out with you guys, and just talk cars. So So let me know in the comments, guys, where are you guys going out? Where are you reading cars stuff? Is it good? Is it not good? What do you feel on that whole thing? I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.